Alright, what's going on guys? gdoggcasey here, and welcome to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. So, quick little backstory before we get started. This is the second time I am quote-unquote attempting a new series on Binding of Isaac. I tried it a little while back, sometime last year in the summer, and it was a lot of fun, and actually it was, I was enjoying it. But it was during a time when I was overloading my channel with a whole bunch of shit, and I was attempting new things, and the channel wasn't really gaining a lot of traction, so, it didn't necessarily do very well. So, that said, I'm not really expecting all of a sudden that it's going to be doing better now, but I'm hoping that it will, because in my recent free time, I've been playing a shit ton of Isaac, and really enjoying it, so I'm hoping that I can bring it back and use it as sort of like a platform to talk about the game and advance the game, but also just talk about random shit that's going on, because the game presents itself with many opportunities to do that. Now, you can see I have a couple other save files as well. This one here, Golden God, is the one that I play on my free time. But for this series, we're going to be starting with a brand new save file and unlocking everything from scratch one last time. So I'm really interested in hearing what you guys think about this series, and if you like it, please remember to drop a like, because it really lets me know that you took that extra, second and a half to click the button. Proves to me that you want to see more. So I really love it when you guys do that. Let's go ahead and start a new run. So since we're starting on our new save file, everybody is locked except for Apollyon, which is interesting. Never even played as this character yet, but we'll start with Isaac to start things off. We're also going to be playing on normal, because I'm just not good enough to consistently win on hard. I'm not even good enough to consistently win on normal. So I see a Tinted Rock right off the bat here. Isaac starts off with one bomb, so we'll get this Spirit Heart to kick things off and get things going. Oh, we don't want to take any damage. So yeah, the channel has been, it's been evolving quite a lot, and I'm always constantly tweaking things. This is TNT. It's a pretty shit item, to be honest, but we can use it when we don't have bombs, which early on we don't really have a lot of bombs, so I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, I've been tweaking things left, right, and center, trying to find the perfect balance, and it just seems like, I'm struggling to do that. And maybe there is no perfect balance. As long as you gotta work a full-time job, then you're gonna find yourself having trouble finding a perfect balance. So this is a room where I can use TNT. We can even use it to kill the flies if we want to set it up, but I don't think it's actually gonna work that way, so never mind. Pretty slow and weak early on, but why not try to get in here and maybe get some money from this poop, and also, look at that, a nickel and a secret room, so that actually paid off pretty well. Although now it looks like the secret room does not want to pay off. We'll see what we get out of here. But yeah, so I've gone through many different phases with the channel, and struggling to find that perfect routine, and I'm somebody who thrives on routine, but then I go and I mess up my own routines all over the place. A good example of that would be, this past week has actually been a bit of a rough one for me. It's just like, I don't really know how to explain it other than the fact that the schedule just didn't work. I had some issues with the computer, as I've mentioned in previous videos. We were sort of wrapping that all up, and then I had the issue with the cat chewing the mouse wire, and then, just like all sorts of stuff sort of built up and just sort of drained me last week, so I didn't get all the recording done that I really wanted to. And that's okay, because that kind of thing is going to happen sometimes, right? So in the past, I would get like really frustrated over it and get really down because, oh no, I'm not going to release the video today, everyone's going to hate me, I'm going to lose subscribers, or people are not going to come in. And, that sort of thought is always on your mind as somebody who's trying to be a YouTuber, to make a potential make a living off of it. That would just be the dream. But the thing is that there's, I need to improve in many different ways, and every time I make an improvement, there are 50 other people, or probably more than that, who are also making those same improvements and competing for time on YouTube, right? So when you have to take a break it sucks. I mean, I looked at my channel today and it showed me the last video was released 3 days ago, and I was just like, ugh, how am I letting this happen? Take the HP upgrade and move on out. But, you know, it's just because I got a little overwhelmed last week, and I'm trying to fine-tune the schedule, so it'll be something that's more manageable. So I've made a couple decisions, which I will be outlining in the new channel update video that comes out towards the end of the month. And I think it's going to hopefully benefit the channel. We'll see. But let's bring the conversation a little bit more towards Isaac here, as, you know, like I said, this is sort of something that has tried and kind of failed. That's piercing tears, I think? Yeah. Very good weapon, actually. Or item. Piercing tears are good because we can not have to worry about lined up enemies and things like that, or basically something like this. To those of you who may have not messed around with Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus very much, that was a monster spawner, which is new to the most recent expansion. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a position where you can take them out right away, and it will make the room much easier. But other times they'll be placed in positions where you can't quite reach them, and you'll have to deal with a pretty tough room. Friends to the end is okay. Spending 1 penny to come in here is usually a good idea. Most of the time you'll find that you can get a ton of money just lying on the floor there, but we got unlucky. So when it comes to Isaac, because I've been playing so much in my free time, essentially like all that time that I was like stressed out about not making videos and stuff, I was just playing Isaac to just kind of get over it, you know? And it's just like the amount of time I'm putting into the game, I might as well try to get some productivity out of it, right? And I think it's a good game for YouTube. I mean, there are people on YouTube who thrive 100% because of Isaac. You know, and then there's people who play Isaac but also play other games and do really well in general as well. And that's, you know, that's kind of where my goal is at. Where I can play a number of different games and, you know, build an audience of people who mostly like just hearing me talk about random shit, but also like to watch the gameplay. And, you know, when it comes to story-driven games like Nier or any other that we might see in the future, it allows, you know, people to watch somebody react to a story on those types of videos, and then on these types of videos where there really is no story, you know, we can just sort of rant on about other things and try to get better at this game. Because there is definitely a skill cap that we can hit, which, there's Monstrous Tooth there, usually everybody's first unlock. We just got it. And we got to deal with the devil as well. Regeneration plus HP up, and what do we got in here? Little Brimstone, and that is missing page 2, which gives me a chance to like damage the whole room or something. We're gonna take Little Brimstone. It's gonna cost us 2 of our hearts, but it's going to be a nice increase in damage. And then now that we've already got that deal with the devil, there's a couple things we can do. For example, we can come over to the to the arcade and we can play this, get some money for hurting ourselves. There we go. And now we have enough money to spend at the shop. So we'll go do that. We did not get a secret room yet, eh? Let's see something here. I don't think the secret room would be there. No. So let's go into the shop and hopefully get an item that's worth it. Wow, literally no items. Well, I mean, we might as well just buy this card. Justice is actually okay. We get our key back and a heart back. And we'll donate to the donation machine, which is actually brand new on this save file. So maybe that's why we're getting shit items, because we just haven't really donated anything. A blue map has appeared in the basement. That's good. We'll give it a few more. There we go. I suppose you know, the first few runs will be more dedicated to filling up the donation machine rather than actually buying items from the shop. Oh, I should have picked up those hearts. That was stupid. Shit. Habit kicked in. Well, we have good damage though. Well, actually, our normal damage is pretty shit, but because we have Little Brimstone, boom, we can actually do some work here. And we're gonna sort of rely on Little Brimstone to carry us through the rest of the floor here. That's a lot of enemies. That's very unfortunate for us. Taking damage on our red hearts means we're not going to get a deal with the devil, most likely. That just really sucked overall. We'll try to persevere, though. Having Little Brimstone's monster range is really good as well, because we can use him to take out these bomb flies from far away and stay relatively safe. Get a bomb and another heart. Shrink shot. That should be okay. I don't know. It's probably better items than that, but yeah. Bounce back. That's also a trinket that I do not know what it does. Given the amount of time that I've been playing this game, I actually have learned quite a bit more than I did back in the past, but there's still quite a few things I don't know what they do, so we'll just have to, you know, cross those bridges when we get to them. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if Shrink Shot is actually very good. Shit. Yeah, the deal with the devil, we can kiss that goodbye. Just hoping to kill these mushrooms off and move on with our lives, get out of here, hopefully pick up an item from the boss room that actually helps us in some way or another. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing with Isaac here to start is I'm going to call this sort of like a pilot week, where this week I'm going to release 3 episodes of Isaac. We're going to do it on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. Same with the dungeon videos. And I'm going to sort of gauge the reception on that. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Like I said, you know, if you can leave likes on the videos to let me know. If you don't want to leave a comment, that's totally fine, just to allow me to know that you guys want to see more. I'd love to continue to record Isaac videos because, like I already said, I think they're very good for YouTube. They provide me with a chance to just kind of talk about whatever's going on in life, as well as talk about the game when it's warranted. So we'll get hit points up, which is pretty boring. And we do have a curse room, which we will go check out. Kind of got to trek on over there, but it'll be okay. Alright, let's see what we can get in here. A key. And red fires, which will hurt us. So we'll take care of them. And I guess we'll move you over here so we don't have to use a bomb. There we go. There we go. Alright. Not really worth it, but whatever. Oh, there actually is a room that I haven't explored down here. Well, I guess we'll go in there. Okay. We don't quite have enough money to warrant going into the shop, but I suppose we can just go donate some, and maybe there'll be something here. We can't even donate, so I guess we'll pick up this pill.
Party.
Lemon Party is okay. Also, this guy deserves to die. Sometimes he drops stuff. And we'll keep going. Something that I remember talking about in the first episode that I recorded of Isaac is the fact that if this, you know, if it goes well, Isaac has an insane amount of staying power. For example, if I can get a few people who enjoy watching Isaac and you know, you want to see daily videos of it, the amount of videos you can put out of Isaac is unlimited, because one of the good things about this game, I suppose I should talk about that actually, for those of you who, you know, have absolutely no idea about Isaac and have never played it before. It is a roguelike game where you have one life, and the goal is to get as low into the basement as possible. When you first start the game, or first start a new save file, the game doesn't actually take all that long. You can get to the end in about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, depending on how good you are. If you take your time, you could stretch it out to be like a 30-minute run. Or if you die, then it's over even quicker than that, right? So, it's all about getting to the bottom and fighting Mom. The storyline behind Isaac is that your mother is a religious fanatic who thinks that she was told by God that she needs to sacrifice her son. So, Chub Chub. I think he's pretty good. So yeah, what you end up doing is escaping into the basement, and you're trying to get as far away from Mom as possible, and to live. And each floor has an item room, a shop, and a boss. And then you'll have some other rooms sprinkled in there, like the curse room. You don't get curse room on every single floor, but it does seem like you do get curse rooms on most floors. I don't really know the criteria for that. You'll also find arcades, you'll find mob trap rooms and boss trap rooms, which have the ability to give you some extra items sometimes, and other times they'll just give you shit that doesn't work. Or shit that you won't get anything out of. So, you know, the whole point of Isaac is to explore the game, beat the game multiple times, unlock different items that you can use to fight enemies with. For example, like, we already unlocked Monstrous Tooth. That's an item that will now show up in item rooms in future games, and we can use that item to, you know, beat bosses and other enemies and stuff like that. I think this will work. No, that was a mistake, and I should have used this instead. Oh, come on, get in place here. We need it to be up so that it explodes down towards the rock, so then it'll turn the rock into a bridge. Just one of those other Isaac intricacies, but we can use that to get in here. We'll get a lemon party pill, which is actually pretty decent. It will allow us to do a bunch of damage to stationary enemies, and a lot of the bosses are stationary, so let's not forget about little Brimstone that we got here. Use him to good effect. And we're keeping an eye out for tinted rocks as well. Whenever you come across a room that's got a bunch of rocks like this, you never know, you might find a tinted rock, which will have a chance at spirit hearts, which are really good because they increase your hit points temporarily, and we love that kind of thing around here. Alright, taking damage already. It's a little mushroom. I can't even tell if I'm damaging it. It looks like I was. When you got Brimstone, these skinny rooms go real well. Okay, shit. Should have seen that coming. I'm not sure I like these shrink tiers, to be honest. They make the enemies much harder to hit. I don't know if they do less damage because they're shrunken or whatever, but Temperance, that's actually not very good. I mean, it's okay, but you use it when you have an excess of red hearts. We do not. We are actually losing red hearts pretty rapidly. Let's see what that pill does. That did not do much, and there are still some rooms we did not check, which we should check. So we're gonna head over here. You typically want to explore every room before you fight the boss and move on. There's gonna be instances where that's not the case though. And as you play more, you start to kind of figure that out. I'm still in that phase of still figuring things out, despite how long this game has been out for. I haven't really played it, you know, actively all the time. I don't know what Little Chub is, or what Chub Chub is doing, by the way. He seems to just be running around doing nothing. I haven't noticed him do anything worthwhile. And I guess we can go fight the boss now. Let's see what we got. Rag Mega. Okay. This is not necessarily a boss that I've fought very often. This is new to Afterbirth Plus, I think. apparently I just can't damage anyone in this. Oh, he actually took a lot of damage. Alright, never mind. We got Little Chubby. We got an HP upgrade once again, and luck up. And I guess we'll move on. We're making it. It looked like I wasn't actually doing any damage to him there, but it looked like I actually was doing damage, so yeah. Get a few bombs over here. Sometimes you can find things that are worth it in the fire, but if the fire is out of reach and we can't fly, then no real point. Also, no point in going into the curse room right now if we can make it through the floor without taking any damage. We might as well try to do that, and we took damage. So now we'll go into the curse room. And we got Guppy's Tail. I think Guppy's Tail gives you a chance at more red chests. And red chests are interesting because they can be very beneficial, but they can also just give you shit, so. I guess we're gonna hopefully get something good rather than something shit. I forgot to use Lemon Party as well on that last boss. Totally should have used it. Yeah, we got keys for that. That was worth. The different color enemies are basically just like champion enemies. Some of them will do different things. Green typically drops explosive bombs and stuff like that. Red will fire tears off in every direction when the enemy dies, which are sort of tough to avoid. I'm just donating coins at this point. And, that's range down. And black enemies will explode like a bomb when you kill them, so. Like that guy. Alright, the chariot is very good. It will make us invulnerable and allow us to do a nice amount of damage. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, that's a terrible item. Notched axe. It allows us to break rocks nearby, but we already have Minecrafter. Not really getting very lucky with our item selection, but luckily we're not going to need amazing items to beat the, to beat the final level on our first playthrough on this save. So I'm still not actually that worried. But if we were, looking to go towards like the actual end of the game, then I would be very worried because we have pretty much everything. But we haven't unlocked a lot of the good stuff yet, so that's part of it as well. The hope is, the goal for this episode is, first off, to introduce some of you guys to Isaac in case you've never seen it. Hopefully get you guys to like it so that I can continue to make videos on it. And to beat Mom, so we don't fail hard and look like a terrible baddie. We're getting kind of close to there as well. But we are going to go explore the other... is there even a point? You know what? There actually isn't a point. Except for the fact that we can maybe find some spirit hearts and stuff. And I guess just to make this like an actual full video, I suppose we'll do that. But we might not actually get anything worthwhile out of this. Because we've already found the item room. We've already found the shop. And we have already found the curse room as well. Maybe there's a tinted rock somewhere in here. Let me know if you see one. I do not see one. These enemies are the types of enemies I despise the most. We're lucky that we have little brimstone, because we can kind of shoot as we pass by, and we don't have to risk getting hit by the bones that those guys throw. Sometimes skulls will drop black hearts, which are similar to spirit hearts, except that when you lose it, like when you take damage and lose a black heart, it does damage to all the enemies in the whole room, which is pretty good. I mean, it's a bit of a consolation prize for getting hit. It's like, yeah, that sucks you took damage, but at least, we'll kill everything in the room for you. We have a bunch of bombs. They can also drop tarot cards, which the Hierophant, incredibly good tarot card. One of my favorite in the game. Nothing there, though. Ah, oh, fuck. Right off. Well, why don't we head over to the boss then? Let's see how we do. The Adversary. This guy is actually quite annoying. He's got a moveset that I don't fully understand. Oh, we're going to use the Chariot. Because we don't take damage when we're in Chariot mode, and we can do damage to him by running into him. It kind of worked. Could have done better. I'm also trying to get rid of these red fires, because they will spit red tears at you, and if you're not paying attention, they'll do damage. So this Adversary, he does have like a brimstone-like attack that has like a weird curve to it that I've never really been able to figure out. Well, we got some more Spirit Hearts. We got more HP up. So once again, like, we're getting a lot of hit points, which is actually decent, but we're getting no damage upgrades. So our damage is like base level. And that's really bad, but hopefully we won't need too much damage. Alright, let's try to avoid getting hit here like a noob. These guys you can only damage once they expose their bloody necks, which they do in specific situations, usually when you get kind of close. There we go. Kind of like that. And we'll take care of him. Nothing here. We will have one more chance at an item room. Golden Poop is really good. It drops a lot of money. We've been sort of spending our money willy-nilly because there's not much we can really buy from the shops right now because we're still very early on in this save file. But as I alluded to, the more money we invest in the donation machine, the better our shops will end up being in the long run. So it's definitely worth doing that right now. Luck up, we'll take it. The curse room, you know what, whatever, we'll go. It's kind of stupid to waste a Spirit Heart to do this right now, but we don't have any more floors after this, so getting a Deal the Devil or anything like that is not even in the cards because this is the last floor. Ah, damn it. I was trying to avoid that. Clearly I was not good enough. Okay, there's the boss room. Whoop. We will not go there yet, even though we could just finish the game. I would love to see what we can get out of our item room. We can get an item that'll just turn the game right on its head. Here's a mini-boss. Pretty simple. Just he's very fast, so if you've been hit with, like, speed downgrades and stuff like that, then it could really hurt. I'm drowsy. I'm not 100% sure what I'm drowsy does, but what I think it does is it spawns a bed on the next floor. And beds are really cool because you can sleep in them, and all I really know that they do is give you Spirit Hearts to simulate like resting or feeling rested or whatever. And those are usually very good, but in this case, it's not going to pay off for us. Oh my god, come on. We have a nice amount of money. If the shop happened to have anything in it, we could probably benefit from it. Oh my god, taking damage. So here's an instance of a spawner that was allowed to repeatedly spawn enemies because we got a little bit overwhelmed early on. We're taking a lot of damage. All of a sudden, it doesn't seem so guaranteed, but the good news is red hearts are relatively common. You'll find them pretty much everywhere. Ooh, Dry Baby. That's a pretty good familiar. He follows you around, and he'll block tears for you. That is something fly. Oh, double shot. Look at that. Okay. I thought that was going to give me a fly. It did not. Instead, it gave us double shot, which is better than a fly. You can see we're starting to tear through things relatively easy. Still doing the same damage, but I suppose if both of my tears hit... Faded Polaroid, I have no idea what that does. We'll hold on to it for now. Oh, look at this. Alright, I'm cool with this. Okay, so we got our hearts back. We got Eyes of the Keeper, or Head of the Keeper. which allows us to shoot coins instead of tears. And Petrified Poop, I'm going to take it because at least I know what it does. We also got a Spirit Heart. Petrified Poop allows you to find more money in poop. Poke Go. Gotta catch them. That is an item that seems to be giving me some sort of passive effect that I did not grasp. Alright, store upgrade level 1. There we go. We're on our way. Donate as much as we can. Most of the time the donation machine will sort of break. Much before this. I don't remember the last time I was able to put in 41 coins in one attempt. And this Poke Go, I have no idea what this is going to do for us either. A charmed poop appears. Oh. I hate these rooms. Alright, whatever. We'll use our final key to open this and hopefully get something good. We did not get something good. And you know what? I think we're going to head over to the boss now. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Those are just trinkets. Got it. I saw on the minimap that there were like icons in those rooms, and I wasn't sure what they were. Now I know. They're trinkets. I don't think it's going to let us in our mob trap room. There's a rule for that. I think it's like if you've taken damage or if you're not full health, you can go in. I don't really know. If you guys know, definitely let me know. Here we go. We're going to go off to the boss room, and this should be the last boss of the episode. Mom, basically she stomps her foot down from on high, but she will also poke her little flabs out of each door, as well as her eyeballs. So we can do damage by hitting her there. She'll spawn enemies. We got to make sure we can dodge all the enemies, dodge her foot drops, and continue to do damage whenever she presents the opportunity. We're doing a pretty shit job, but we have a lot of hit points. Oh my god, okay. Let's not screw this up. I didn't even know there was an enemy there. Okay, she's almost dead. We got her.
Isaac was cornered. His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
It was not over. Alright, so after completing the game the first time, we unlocked the womb, which allows us to go further into the game next run. We also unlocked a whole bunch of challenges, which we may or may not get into. I've never really been like a challenge guy, but some of them could be pretty interesting, so we'll see about those. Whole bunch of challenges. We also unlocked the Harbingers, who are new bosses, a cube of meat, which is a new item we can pick up, and that's going to do it. So now we can see our save file here. It shows us that we've killed Mom, and that's what we've done. So guys, again, let me know what you think about this series. Like I said, for this week, we're going to do it like a pilot week. I'm going to release an episode on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and gauge the reception. If it's sort of mixed, we'll do it again for 3 episodes the following week. But if it gets met with any sort of acceptance, then I'm going to move it up to 5 episodes a week, because they're relatively short, they're easy to do, they're a lot of fun, and yeah, and that's how I plan on doing it. So stay tuned. We will be having an update video coming out within a week or two to explain some more about the channel and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.